Welcome everyone. So we are live. What's going on? We got a huge list for today. As you can see here from the live streaming watch list, we got MMAT, of course, won the vote, 33%. So we're gonna cover it first on our live streaming. Then we got NEO, AMC, COMS. As everybody knows, COMS was pumping like almost 50% and 70%. So we're gonna check if there's potential for another squeeze. Then we're gonna discuss MULN, TOPS, and of course AVCT and APRN for my friend George. So let's get right to it and discuss the stocks on our list for our hunter and our pitcher. So first stock, let me just check APRN. So for APRN, look what's going on. The price went below the $1. Everybody knows last time APRN dipped below the $2, we discussed this. We said this not good. It means the short seller in control. Some people on Reddit is still pumping the stock, and the APRN will pump and will go higher toward the $10, of course, because APRN was squeezing before it. Look what happened. It went until the $8 and went down from the beginning of this year, in January 2022. It was around the $2. Then the price went 240% around the $8. Imagine. So when the price went down to $2, a lot of people thought this is the dip. You see? So we have to be extremely careful. We're just not buying, but buying, we should have an exit strategy. Our exit strategy, it was if we dipped below the $2, we have to get out. Okay? So that's why the price, when it dipped from the $2, we have even double bottom here. The price didn't hold, and this was a clear indication for selling pressure come in, and that's why we have two gap. When we dipped from the $2 here, and of course when we dipped below the $1. So what's the game plan now? Now we got this channel, descending channel. So now I don't suggest to buy because we still in bearish momentum. You see here, every time we test this ascending channel, we got shorted. We got test 3 times, 1, 2, and 3. And every time we test, we get rejected. So I don't suggest to buy until we have the first signal for squeeze for APRN, which is the $1.28. If we broke this resistance, the next time is mean APRN ready to jump again until at least the $1.58. Then, of course, I will get out and re-enter once we overcome the $2 to take profit around the $2.71. Next up on our list, we got AVCT. So yeah, AVCT did 3% today, but the volume is a bit light. Let me just check the bottom and the breakout zone. Before we get further to our list, let me just check if everything is all right, the sound, and everybody is attending our live streaming. Just say yes, you can hear my voice and everything is good, so we can actually continue with our analysis for the other stocks that have been requested from us and our pitcher. Welcome Luis, welcome Elite. Camille came early. Brandon, the first guy who came here on our live streaming. Appreciate it, my brother. We're gonna cover TOPS, of course, because it was already on our watch list on our Patreon. And NBLD, of course, brother. What's up, Elite? Yes, was really great hunt for us, Luis. NOTV. Luis asked for NOTV. Please, next time, Luis, just send me your request on Patreon, okay? So I just put it on our list. Will be much easier for me to just focus on analysis, not just adding the stocks, okay? Because you have the privilege to just send me direct message on our Patreon. MAT, of course, we just cover it in a bit. Of course, it's coming. MMAT and MMTLP is coming in just a few seconds. Just wait for it. Yes, press the like button and the weigh-in to kick our live streaming to all viewers or all trader to help the new trader to trade right and never get cut buying at the top and of course get heavy back. That's what we doing here. We buy around the bottom and sell around the resistance. Simple as possible. So let me just go back for AVZT. Then we're gonna go to the other stocks on our list. We got AVZT now is around the 2%. The volume, as we said, is a bit light. See what me right now, what's going on. So there's something really interesting, which is testing this AMA. We got 3 tests, and every time we test this AMA, we got rejected. It means there's heavy short open for AVZT nearing the $1.25. We said this area is breakout zone. So now the good thing is we doing higher lows from low. You see here, we doing higher lows. So the price is squeezing. It's kind of, we doing triangle and the price is about to squeeze. So as long as we hold inside this triangle and break from above the next time, there is a huge buying pressure will happen next week if we still holding inside this triangle and break and hold above the $1.25. This play plausibly will happen next week, okay, not this week, because we just have just 2 hours and the volume is a bit light. So this is play should be for the next week. So if we broke the $1.25 for AVZT, the second or the first profit taking should be the $1.62. After that, the $2, of course. We don't want to have this reaction. The price break this triangle from below. This means the price will retest below the $1, the 0.86. Next up on our list, we got MULN. I don't like the reaction that happened today because yesterday we got a really good reaction, which is this huge green candle. But the price didn't hold the 21. We spoke about it before. We said we need to hold the 21 and make it our support. And guess what? We get the gap even. The price gap down. So I don't like this reaction. So for MULN, if we want to enter for a possible like bullish trend for MULN is the 24. Now, I don't suggest to enter for MULN after this reaction. Okay, this is a big fake out. I don't like this reaction. So the 24 would be a possible entry. Now, I don't suggest to enter for MULN. So let me just put my alert around the 24. When we get alerted, I will do update again for MULN. TOPS. This one is pretty volatile. If you remember, we did the video yesterday. The price was dumping around this area, the $3.55 here, and we said if we hold above this support, we're gonna see a retest for the $6.23. And that's what happened when the market opened. We opened right around our resistance or the breakout zone. But what happened? A huge profit taking was triggered. Now the percentage was over the 50%, now is 32%. So we lost almost half what we gained in the beginning of this market, of today market. So I would just be extra careful with TOPS, because as you see, we have a sell-off yesterday and today the market pumped again. So for this stock, if we're still holding above the $3.84, there is a possible reaction for the next week to break the $6.24 and going toward this profit taking around the $8.58. Let me just check how much we can do here. Yes, another 75%, but the possible loss, yeah, 23%. So calculate your loss before the gain. So this trade could be 4 to 1, like win to risk ratio. So always calculate this kind of ratio in order to see if the trade is good or bad. Next up, we got COMS. Another stock is pretty volatile. You know why? Because 1st of December we did 50% for this stock. Now we're gravitating down because we got test around this level, the 14 cent. And guess what? The price is still bouncing from this AMA, and we're still doing this kind of reaction, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Perfect. So what we should expect, we need to continue to hold above this ascending line, preferably above the 0.08 or the 8 cent, in order to continue this price action. Let me just bring my arrow. This might be happening pretty soon. The next time we test the 14 cent, if we broke it, we're gonna continue toward the 16, then the 22. So we have 2 profit taken after we break the 14 cent. However, we need to hold this area of support above the 9 cent and 8 cent to confirm this bullish momentum. AMC, we have a bit of drawback, but we're still holding above the $8. So this is good reaction. The short seller came heavily for AMC, but AMC is still holding the $8. So this is a good reaction. If we're still holding the $8 for the next week, this will be a confirmation that AMC is ready to go to the $9.85. Be careful, the $9.85 would be a possible reaction for rejection. So this area, let me just bring my box, because the $9 is not just like the rejection area, but there's a wide range. I believe until the $10.70. So here we're gonna see a huge wick. Let me just bring my the other. Yes, the brush. So we're gonna go there. We're gonna see a huge wick and the price go down. So here is profit taking and rejection area around this box between the $9.80 and the $8.70. Why we have a wide range for AMC? Because here indecision phase, everything can goes. That's why I suggest to take profit. Okay, sometimes some stocks it give us a direct rejection area, like precisely around the cent, so we exit around the 9 or the 8 and we enter around the 5 or the 7. Okay, but for AMC it's pretty volatile for profit taking for this area precisely. So that's why I suggest to take profit. When I'm not sure 100%, I will give this kind of range. When I'm sure at least 80% or 70% of profit taking, I will give more precise numbers. Okay, so that's why I'm trying to give you a suggestion for between the range of this profit taking. So you can actually start taking profit from the $9.85, so you don't feel FOMO, okay, until the $10.70. So for the next tab, we got NEO. After that, we're gonna cover, of course, MMAT. Don't worry, I'm not forgetting MMAT because it's on our list. For NEO, it's doing all right because we held perfectly. Look, this is a really good example for holding the support pretty nicely, because NEO is still holding the 12. Yeah, we bounced 8%. Yesterday we went until the 13 and we got shorted. Look at this huge short open. Boom. But the good reaction that we still holding above the 12. As we said before, if NEO is still holding the 12 for this year and make it our support and bottom, is mean the $9 it was bottom for this year, and we're never gonna see it again. This is a good signal that NEO will pump at least for the 16, then of course the 24.80 cents, which is the turning point for NEO to go and enter a bullish trend for my opinion. But first of all, we had to focus on the first profit taken, which is the 16, and holding above the $12 to confirm that reaction. Now we still have a struggle to break this level of resistance, which is the 13.35. Let me just go in a smaller picture. You see what's happened? We have a try here around this week, the 1330, we got rejected. Then again here around the 13. Now we trying to go higher again to test to break the 1335. So before the market open, if we close above the 1335, this would be a good indication for bullish momentum for the next week. We'll see what's gonna happen. Okay. Lastly, we got MMAT. We have to have a sip of water to cover MMAT. Oh man, yeah, it's been a while last time we cover GME. Of course, we're gonna put it on our list. STBX. Rebaz asked about STBX. Yes, let me just finish our watch list. As we said before, we always do a live streaming watch list. So we can cover first the stocks that have an our watch list for our Patreon, because we already have a long list on our live streaming. So when we cover all the stocks, as you can see here, we cover AMC, NEO, MAT, COMS, MULN, TOPS, and APCT and APRN. So we just have MAT, then we're gonna cover all the requested stock on our live streaming. Okay, so let me just cover MAT for you guys. Look what's going on. The price is kind of squeezing now. It's kind of squeezing now. We're still holding. Let me just going here. Yeah, we're still holding. Yeah, it's perfect. In big picture, we're still holding this ascending line. And above our AMA. So this is good. Let me just, it's funny. You know what's happened now? Oh man. My mouse is just, the power of my mouse is just over. So I'm just trying to do it manually. I really hate this, you know, when I forget to charge my mouse, you know, and it happened on our live streaming. This is make me like, okay. No, just do this. Perfect. Okay, I just do it manually. I prefer to use the mouse, but the mouse is out of order. There is no charge inside. I have to charge it at least after 3 days, but I forget to charge it. Anyway, so as we said before, for MAT is still holding this ascending line and currently above this AMA. It's perfect bounce, you see? In the big picture, always we have to watch out for the big picture and never focus on the smaller picture, because in the smaller picture, like you see here, there's a huge fluctuation. You see, a huge fluctuation, but we don't care about this if you are a swing trader. We don't care about this, or even you are an investor, okay? That's why I go to the big picture, because many of you are looking for the big picture, because many of you talking about the $10, 20, 100, whatever. So let's talk about the big picture. The big picture looking good now for MAT, because we're still holding this AMA and this ascending line. And of course, the most important level for MAT to confirm the bullish momentum, as we said before, the $1.60. And now we are around the $1.85. As we said before, the $2.28 is the squeeze area. So just put alert now and just close your eyes. Okay, alert around the $2.28 and one alert around the $1.60. If the price goes over the $2.28, the price will jump and huge volatility will take us at least nearly the $3, or to be specific, around the $2.84. This will be a good jump just for a few days or even for 1 day, because MAT is pretty volatile. As you can see here, we did this jump around the 21st of November. Yes, It was between Friday and Monday. And at Friday, we closed around the $1.62. At Monday, 21st of November, we jumped, let me just calculate how much. We jumped 37%. So this is might happen the same weekend that we had in November. So are we gonna have a deja vu like what happened here? Let me just check if we can do 37% or even 40%. Yeah, we might see a gap until the $2.70. Everything goes. So maybe next week on Monday, we're gonna have a gap. So everything goes. But this is a bit gambling. I don't like gambling. But just from the chart from now is looking good. As long as we hold, as we said, the ascending line, we're gonna see a huge jump. For the gap, we can control, okay? As we happened here when we hold above the support, we don't know for sure are we gonna have a gap or not. That's why I don't suggest for any trader to put all their money and bet on the stock to gap up or down if you want to short. So I don't like to do this because one trade can wipe you out or make you lose a lot of money. And the trading, as everybody knows, is about consistency and discipline. Okay, so if you make 100% for one stock by luck, guess what? You're gonna lose everything you made in, like, let's say in one day. You're gonna lose it in just 1 second the next time. So I don't like to trade by luck, but by my strategy. When by my strategy, I feel like more happy or more fulfilled by any trade is based on my strategy. If I want by luck, I will be mad at myself. Okay, I did it before. Now I never trade by luck. I only trade by my strategy. Either I lost or I win. I will put it on my a spreadsheet and ask myself why that happened. This is the only way to be a profitable trader and of course to grow as a trader. Okay, let me just check your question, guys. Refresh your Patreon list. Okay, let me refresh it now. What's going on? M-Dog, I don't suggest shorting NEO right now. It's not a good idea. If we're still holding the $12, it's not a good idea. And another thing, we're going to discuss the SPY because there's something going on with the whole market. Look with me what's going on. Let me just bring the SPY here. Okay, let me just bring the SPY. Let's talk about the SPY because there's something interesting. We are over the 400. Yeah, Elite asked about PHUN and Crypto ISP and CRPT. Yeah, man, Elite, you've been a bit late, you know? So 25 minutes. So yeah, a bit late. That's why I didn't see it. Yeah, just right when we open our live streaming, you comment on our live streaming watch list. So please, next time you just comment before, okay? We already did this almost 5 hours ago. So of course we're gonna cover PHUN and CI for you, my brother. But first, let me just cover the SPY for you guys. Look what's going on. Last time we discussed the SPY, if you remember, we discussed this level, the 389. You know what's happened? this is the support as we discussed before. We said we need to hold it, and we held it exactly right above it. And this is a good reaction. You know why? Because last time the short have potential to short the SPY around this area, but they didn't win. Okay, here around the 16th of November, and we bought back pretty nicely and price jump. And guess what happened now? Let me just take everything off. Look what happened. Now we testing our ascending channel from above. Look how beautiful it is. We have one test for the SPY around the 10th of January this year, beginning of this year, imagine. And this one, it was in 4th of April. Okay, this is a good opportunity to short. And here around the 19th or the 17th of August this year, and of course this one around December. Boom, today. So we have 4 tests for the SPY. 4 tests for between like January, April, August, December. Like each 4 months we have a test for the SPY around this descending channel, and the price every time gets shorted. So now is the moment of the truth. You know why? Because there's a potential for another huge selling pressure for the whole market, because the SPY is kind of the indicator for the movement for the whole market. Because once we got rejected here, you know what's happened? Tesla got shorted, Nvidia, Meta, every blue chip company got shorted. Of course, there's an exception for stocks that have potential to squeeze, you know, like penny stocks. There's an exception. Pharmaceutical company have new drugs, things like this. I'm not talking about those stocks. I'm talking about in the stock market and in general. Okay, so now we have to be extremely careful. If the price got shorted next week, this will be confirmed for the whole market for the next year. Because if we got shorted here and we never overcome this resistance right now that been tested, look what's happened. The moment we test, a huge red candle form. Look at this red candle. This is not good. This is a huge selling pressure. Let me just calculate how much is been shorted here. Let me just check. Yeah, almost 3 million. Yeah, 3 million. Yeah, someone just shorted 3 million right now for the SPY. This is a huge candle, man. This is a huge short. Who shorted the SPY now after this big buying pressure? So we have almost 8 million big whale bought the SPY last November, at the end of November. And guess what? Another guy just came with 3 million and short the SPY, because I think he's one of the technical guys, you know. So he just saw it is pretty easy short position after this scenario, as we said before, almost 3 times, and this is the 4th. Let me check again. Yeah, this is the 4th time. So this is easy short position. That's why we see a 3 million or 4 million just opened today after last 3rd of November, 8 million worth of buying pressure for the SPY. So we have to watch out. Let me just put an alert down there around the 410. So this will be a confirmation for strength. If we just close 4-hour candle above this ascending line, will give us the first indication for strength for a bullish momentum for the whole market. Because as we said before, the 430 is the only signal indication for a bullish market for the next year. We might go there the next year, but would be even better if we end this year for the SPY above the 430. You know why? What's gonna happen? Everything will turn to green. A lot of stocks will go parabolic to new highs. A lot of people talk about a bubble or like the overpriced for a lot of stocks. Just from the technical wise, we just watch for the 430, because this will turn everything. Now is a bit worrying for me because we have the first signal of weakness for the SPY. Just let me know what you think, because this is a crazy movement now. Thank you, my brother. No worries. Plus the like button and the weigh-in. Don't forget this in order to let our live streaming to reach as more trader as possible. And thank you in advance. Let me just check your requests, guys, because we already cover, I think, all the live streaming watch list on our Patreon. Of course, we're gonna cover PHUN and CAI for my brother Elite. Okay, let me just put it there. Of course, my brother will never forget, so I'll put them there. And PHUN. Yeah, PHUN, it's been a while last time we talked about it, because I don't like this reaction, man. Last time we have a chance to overcome this resistance, the $1.35, but we didn't hold above it. We have double bottom around the $1 because it's psychological level. You see, last time we held above the $1, it was around, let me just check. It was around the 29th of January, I think. Yes, that's why we have a parabolic price going at least going until the $3 or the $2, yeah, the $1.87. So now we went again around October. The price didn't go even to the breakout zone, the $1.96. So this was a worrying sign for me. So watch out, my brother Elite. If we want to buy now, the dip is a bit dangerous, because the more we test the support, the more chance that we're gonna break it. So now we have many tests for the $1. We have 1, 2, and this is the third, almost the third. So now I'll be watching. I'm not buying the dip, because there's a possible break for this time for the $1 and going toward the 83 cents. Let me just lower this resistance around this area. Yeah, it's a bit tricky. It's really volatile now. I don't like the chart now. You know, anything here between the $1 and $1.25 is not good. Let me just put it around the $2, because everything here is not good. Any price broke, it didn't help before. So let me just take this off. I don't like this kind of trade. The $1 is the support. If we broke the $1, it's simply we're gonna test those two profit taking, the 83 and the 63. The best indication for PHUN to squeeze is the $2. For CEI, the same reaction. The price is continue to go down. You see, it's still continue to go down. Let me just take this ascending line. As we said, the 18 cent is the indication, at least for big whale buying. Now, I'm not interested for buying CI. I will put my money in other stock that ready to jump. CI would be ready to jump after we clear the 1857. Already put my alert, so I will make update once we overcome this resistance. Let me just clear this out and check your question, guys. Jasmine Diamond is gonna jeez. I don't understand what you said, man. Rebels asked about Starbucks, I think. Yeah, this is Starbucks. Starbucks is turning to meme stocks. Yes, this is Starbucks. Okay, that's why I will be. I'm not interested in buying stock on the IPO price, because the one on the IPO price, we got the price around the 44 for Starbucks, and now guess what? Around the $2.50. So it's a bit risky to buy stock on the IPO. So I would suggest always to wait at least 1 day, 2 days to buy to confirm at least a support. So if you entered at the first price when the market opened for Starbucks, let's say the IPO it was around the 23rd of August, you can't do anything because it's kind of gambling. You don't know any bottom, any support. But if we enter at least for the second day, we might have a bit of like a consolidation, like what happened here. The second day we have a bit of consolidation, you see. So we have a way of exiting and a way for entering. So now if we go back and see where we going for Starbucks. So yeah, the chart is doing good now because we kind of curling up. You see here, we have a change for the trend. The trend was in parabolic dive down. Now we kind of recovering a bit. As long as we break this area, the $2.76, there's a potential for Starbucks to continue to go higher, because last time we cover Starbucks, we discussed the $1.93. We said this is the breakout zone, and that's what happened around the 14th of November, and we went nearly our profit taken, the $2.76. We went until the $2.64, and the price is still bouncing and never breaking the $1.93. So this is a good indication. This is our bottom. So let me just put this in red and just take this off. Okay. The breakout zone should be, I think, will be here, because this is, it's been tested. And turn this in orange. Let me bring my alert. So we have a resistance and breakout zone around this area, the $2.70. The profit taken should be around this area. If we actually clear this area, the $3.24, then the $4.53. So we have two profit taken after we break the $2.60. MMTLP. Yes, let me cover MMTLP for you guys. Oh man, it's still struggling. Even though everybody talk about this company will go private in 2 weeks span, and there's a potential squeeze. Everything can goes during those 2 weeks. As we suggest before, the $10 will be a breakout zone. The $7.53 will be a sell-off zone. So we got in near right now. There's the first signal for weakness with this huge red candle. You see what's happened here? a huge red candle and we broke this beautiful ascending line. It would have been really easy to have a squeeze if we don't have this red candle. Simple as possible. I'm not married to any stocks. A lot of you is kind of angry when I don't talk about the fundamental and I just focus on the technical because it's kind of separate, okay? And I don't like the fundamental because it's outside our reach of our control. My strategy doesn't fit because I try every time when I try to put the fundamental, it's affect my technical, because sometimes I will be 100% of the trade, then I will see like a reverse split, or I see like offering or some kind of news on Twitter and make me question my technical level. And guess what? I missed the trade, either going higher or short the stock. So I told myself I will not focus on the fundamental anymore because I already back tested my strategy and work best when I don't focus on the fundamental. The fundamental I focus when I do my technical, okay? So I will put it as second confirmation, but I never give 100% my decision based on my fundamental, okay? The fundamental will give me is good for the stocks that have potential to squeeze. So for the stock that have volatility, just for the stock that will be on my list because have a huge volume. A huge volume is good for day trader because the price can jump from the $9, $10, $11 in just few seconds. So this is good for us. So the news, I will use it as find the stock that have news just to trade them. Okay, so this is good for me, just to find the stock that have news to trade them, not just to focus on the what's the news are, you know. So what happened for MMTLP? Now, as we said, now is undecision phase. Here, this area, there's a huge fight between the seller and the buyer. The thing I don't like, as we said, we broke this ascending line. So you tell me, is it possible now for MMTLP to go down below the $7.53, even though we're gonna go private in 2 weeks? Yeah, because we have 2 weeks. Everything could happen in 2 weeks. But if we didn't, if we didn't like go below the $7.53, of course, we're gonna have a huge squeeze. But during the 2 weeks, everything could happen. Now is good, we're still holding the $7.53. So let's talk about the bad scenario and the good scenario. Because in life, everything could happen. Okay, you can lose your job, you can have an accident, you can get sick, you can die. But people never think about the bad thing, they always think about the pink scenario. But when the bad thing happens, they panic and paranoid and they can't have a right decision because they never prepared to make the right decision. I'm just being real here, guys. I'm just being real because people always want the good pink outcome. They never think about the worst case scenario. I'm not kind of negative guy, but I'm just a day trader, and this has helped me a lot to just leave the emotion part of my trading and make it easy to make decision. Because come on, day trader or day trading is 100% like making decision, and making decision in just few seconds. Okay, so this has helped me a lot, even if my daily life, making decision without like emotion, just do this and do that. Okay, just I will say to myself is number games, probability number games. However, let's talk about MMTLP, the good scenario and the bad scenario. The good scenario, in 2 weeks span, we held above the $7.53 and break the $10.10. Perfect. The price will squeeze. Whatever price you want, 15, 20, I will give you even 100. But if the price during this 2 weeks, okay, went below the $7.53, we're gonna have a test for this AMA. You see this AMA? is coiling up pretty nicely and will be right around the $6. So we're gonna have a test for the $6. If we don't hold and we don't see any wick, the price will go around the $3.33. Okay, this is the most important bottom for MMTLP. If we get a huge short open for MTLP or short attack for MTLP, this price will be visited, the $3.33. Everything can go. This is, as said, the worst case scenario. The good scenario, as we said, is the 100 or the $20. Okay, not this year, or we talk about, let's say, in span 2 weeks before we're gonna go private. So let me know what you think in the comment section below, if you agree, or what you think if you actually have this kind of mentality about taking the bad scenario and the good scenario and try to be prepared for the outcome. Oscar asked about AMRS. Okay, let me try to use Lux Algo for this one. Everybody knows Lux Algo is a paid indicator here on the trading view. It can give you a signal for entry and exit, so it can come in handy if you don't know how to make your own support and resistance. Let me just check with you guys. We go here on invite only scripts and go to Lux Algo Premium. Perfect. And the stock that we're gonna try Lux Algo to is AMRS. Perfect. Let me just, oh, not this one, but let me just check this one. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, first off, we should put it on autopilot signal. Take this off, trend catcher, trend tracer, and reversal zone. Let me just check. Okay, perfect. And for my opinion, the big picture, it gives us more better signal for entry and exit. Okay, so as simple as possible, you can see from the chart, you see the wave from below here, the green is our entry point. So whenever we test this wave from below is our entry. Around this area was around the 4th of May this year. And the price consolidate, you see here, then went up. The moment that we went up and we test this wave, the red one, we got rejected. So this is like an indication for us to take profit. So the red wave is kind of the resistance. The green wave from below is indication for us to buy. So you see it clearly here. And as we said, in May, we have indication for entry because we test the green wave from below. And here on August, we test the red wave from above, which is a signal for exit and take profit. So again, as well, here we have a huge wick and we tested the red wave, so profit taken. And lastly, around this area, we entered around this green wave, and we have a good bounce from the $1.43 until the $2.56. So just this is a simple indication to buy and sell any stock. And we did this example for AMRS. Of course, you can do another strategy. There's many strategy on this indicator. Either the wave, either the buy and sell signal, either with this red line you see here. It's called trend catcher and trend tracer. So we could actually make a video for complete walkthrough to know how to use all the feature inside this really great indicator. Anyway, let me just take this off and try to make it more simple, where the exit, where the entry, just from the price action. Let me just check. Perfect. Okay, we have a bottom here around this area. The red line always is our support. So the support or the bottom is the $1.46. We got a huge selling pressure opened the moment that we test this ascending line. So for this stock, I will be extra careful because the short just shorted the stock before the $4. So if there's a potential for squeeze, is the $4. The bottom is the $1.46. In between, I don't like. Here, it's still chubby, you know. So the $4 is the squeeze area for the stock to go at least around the $8. So there's a potential for huge gain for this one, almost double or 100% gain. So, but I would prefer to take profit early around the $5.78. So let me just put it there. Green. So yeah, 2 profit taken around the $5.78, $8.80 if we broke the $4. Now is a bit risky. We might dip even more if we broke the $1.56. Yes, Sandy, we get over AMC at the beginning of our video because it was on our watch list on our Patreon, because we always cover the stocks that have been requested for us on our Patreon, or our Hunter and Patreon. So we cover AMC, NEO, MAT, COMS, MULN, TOBS, AVCT, APRN, PHUN, and CEI. Okay. And of course, you can rewatch our live streaming after we finish our live streaming now. Will be uploaded on our video, okay? So you're never gonna miss anything. And the perfect thing is AMC was at the beginning, so it's in the first few minutes, so you don't have to rewatch all our live streaming. See you soon, George. See you soon. See you on Patreon. We're gonna do an update for our hunters on Patreon for crypto. Good work, brother. Good work. Okay, let me just check NEO, because I think it's bumping now. Oh man, NEO is trying to break the 13 again. There is someone short NEO now. There is a huge fight now around the 13. The 13 is, there is a huge short opened here. Huge short around the 13.20. So as we said, if we break this resistance, this would be a great indication for a huge bump until the 16. I really like this bounce here. Someone bought heavily today. Let me check how much this candle worth. Yeah, almost 1 million. Yeah, this was a great pump here for today. Yeah, almost 1 million. That's why we're still holding the 12. Let me just go for crypto very quick. What's going on? It's been a while last time we covered crypto because we're still in bearish momentum. Yeah, we're still in the bottom. For Ethereum, let me just check Ethereum. Yeah, Ethereum is escaped from the last bottom around the 1000. So let me just update my alert. It's been slow days for crypto, for my opinion. So the breakout for Ethereum, it should be around the 1340, the 1300. Yeah, the 1300 should be a next breakout zone for Ethereum. Let me just put it around the 1300, 1340. So this will be a signal for a squeeze for Ethereum. I will be watching for this area. And of course, I want to hold this support for Ethereum, which is the 1200. Luna Classic. What's going on for Luna Classic? Let me just take this off and this off as well. Yeah, the 3016 is a really important support to hold. And let me just take this off. The Luna Classic, we have a breakout zone around the 3020. 3020 will be an interesting point to enter for Luna Classic because we're gonna get squeeze here. Let me just see Dogecoin. Dogecoin doing all right with all the news going on with Elon Musk and Dogecoin. This helped that Dogecoin is bumped pretty nicely from the 7 cent until now almost the 10 cents. So we got a huge pump for Dogecoin, and until now we're still holding above the ascending line or above our AMA. We need to hold above the 9 cent in order to have a breakout from the 11 cent. Yes, so the 11 cent would be an interesting point to break. Let me just bring ICB for elite. Or let me just check this for my Hunter on Patreon. Okay, elite, look with me. For this one is interesting because we got kind of a potential breakout now is about to happen around this area. You see it here. We kind of have a test for this AMA around the 1st of December. We got rejected. Now we kind of about to break the $4. Let me just put it here, the $4.40. So here there's a potential for squeeze for this altcoin to go at least around the $5. Wow, so this will be interested to watch what's gonna happen. Let me just put it there. So we have 2 profit taken for this one. Yeah, 2 profit taken. The first profit taken after we clear the $4.40 is the $4.74 and the $5.66. We got Sol. Yeah, you see, we don't have any news. We don't have any price action like Dogecoin or Doge nearing the bottom. So I'm not interested in this one. ATOM, the same reaction, is still sleeping. Ethereum Classic, still sleeping. Mask, let me just check Mask. Man, doing good. This one is doing good, really doing good. We went until the $2, now around the $4. So this one I will put it on my watch list because it's really strong. It's really strong. Let me just put it first. Okay. No, Luis, I already forget. Sorry. That's why I just told you to just send me a message on Patreon, okay, directly. So I will never forget. So I put it on our watch list. However, I will put it right now. Now I'm covering crypto, okay? I'm just covering crypto because it's been a while last time we covered crypto. I don't know what's going on with this. What's going on? Okay, this is weird. Okay. Let me just cover Musk, then we cover your stock, Luis, because there's something interesting for this coin, because it's been jumping pretty nicely, almost 100% in span a few weeks. So yeah, I will put this on my watch list if we broke the $4.35, and the support to watch is there above the $3.30. Yes, this one is good. Matic is good. I think is good if we held this support. We have to update our level always, because if we didn't, we're gonna miss a lot of opportunities. So this one was the bottom is there. So this one looking good. Matic look really good. The breakout zone for Matic is again around the $1. So I'll watch it. Yeah, here maybe. Near is about to break. Yes, it's about to break the $1.78. The first profit taken should be here around the $2. Perfect. Bitcoin. Yeah, we have just one level, the 17,200. This is a breakout zone. Shiba coin, yeah, is still sleeping, but 95 would be a breakout zone. Ape doing kind of alright, but I don't like the price action. We have a bit of fake out. Ethereum already covered it. Okay, perfect. So let me just go back. Oh man, this one TWT or Trust Wallet. Oh man, this one is really strong. You see, we have another escape until the $2.47. So yeah, I will put this as well on my watch list because it's about to go to all-time high. This is crazy. This is the only altcoin is still never lose significant, like a lot of gain, because we already didn't lose anything. You see, the price was before around below the $1. Now it's still around the $2. And the other altcoin is lost almost 90% and 80% of their value. So yeah, I will put this on my watch list because it's really strong altcoin. Okay, let me just go to my brother Luis. He asked about, let me just check again, what's NOTV. 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 Oh man, oh man. Okay, we got an earnings in just 10 days. After hours, of course, will be on Monday, 12th of December. So we have something. We might trade it before the earnings because everybody knows and the earning everything goes, but the price can actually go higher before the earnings will go. Okay, so let me just check. The bottom should be around this area. If we continue to go down, we might even go toward the $2, okay? The $3. The $3 would be a really nice bottom to buy. Yeah, around the $3. But now, after this huge dip that happened around the 17th of November, I will be extremely cautious. I don't like the chart now for this stock, because if we broke the $9.30, I will be interested. This will be a game on. It means there is a green coming up, and the price will at least go until the, let me just check. Yeah, until the 1347. But now is a bit dangerous to enter. Yeah, now is a bit dangerous. Now we are the midway, okay? The bottom is the $3.13. The signal for strength is the $9.13. Now is undecided. We might go up and down in this area for days, months. So it's choppy trading. We could actually have an entry, a good entry, and we could chop out. That's why I don't like to trade in the middle of the support or resistance, because we don't have a right confirmation, and the market maker and smart money never buy in those areas. That's why we don't have a volatility. The price is a bit choppiness, you know. So I will watch out, see if the price come near the $3, I will buy, or we got breakout for the $9.30 for possible entry. Either way, we can make money. If the price go here, we'll reverse and go here, take our profit, and wait. If we don't actually go to the $3.30, we went straight to the $9.30. This is perfect. We enter there and then take our profit nearing the 1350, and the price might get rejected, but the most important indication for strength is holding above the $9.30, because after this kind of sell-off is a bit it will take a bit of time to recover. That's why I said we need to hold above the $9.30 to confirm there's someone holding the stock over this support. Of course, Luis. Happy to help. NBLD for Brandon. What's going on with this stock? Oh man, what's going on? What's going on with this one? We have a bar coding for this stock since 20th of November, and just yesterday I think the price is start to pump from the 20 cents until the $3. Imagine. Today we just did almost 200%. Okay, so this kind of play is kind of pretty dangerous. We went from penny stock until over the $3 in just few days. Let me just check. If we just want to get in and get out for this stock and never hold it overnight because it's dangerous. We kind of have support now above the $1.70. If we held it, we confirm this is the bottom. And let me just check again. Yeah, we kind of get a really nice support now above the $1.67. If we held it, is perfect. It means this is the support. Then we could actually take our first profit around the $3. So let me just check how much we can make here. This will be a really good profit, but we have to watch out. The $1.67 should be our support. Otherwise, we might have a sell-off until this area of support. This will be a really, really strong support around this area, around our MA, above the 62 cents. I know it's a big jump down from the $3 until the 60 cents, but it could happen for this stock. That's why I suggest to wait to watch if we held. Let me just put it here, maybe even the 87 or the 83 cent. Yeah, this is more plausible support area. Yeah, the 83 cent. So let me just put my alert. Thank you, Brandon, for bringing this up, because there's a potential for the next week, this next week play. So I don't suggest to buy this overnight, you know, because we might see a gap down or gap up. Everything can goes. Pretty volatile. So yeah, I'll put this on breakout zone. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, perfect, perfect, perfect. Thank you guys for watching our live streaming, because each Friday we do live streaming around the 8 p.m. CET to answer all your questions regarding the stocks, crypto, the entry point, the exit point to take profit. Because here we talk about where the market maker will enter, where the short seller will enter. So if you don't have an entry point and exit point, you end up holding backs. So that's why we do it here. We enter, we exit. We don't have any emotion or emotion attached with any stock. And if you have any request or stocks in the future, just let me know in the comment section below on the live chat to recommend for the next time to cover for you guys. Okay, hopefully that was clear and informative, and thank you for watching. And press the like button and the way in, and subscribe if you're new here, and see you in the next update.